Here we are on the road once more, the long road ahead. As you can see, we have that colorful rainbow world in the background, and we also have the world of Dokkan. And as you can see, we got the UI update, we got the fucking missions. I don't even know what's going on, bro. I just know that everything's going on. Give me my rewards. Okay, I guess I did all those rewards. Now what do I gotta do? Escape from the inner Zabu. Worldwide co-op can consume at least 400 million STA together. Alright, I'll do that just for you, brother. I'll do Pan's Secret Adventure a million times. But the game's been updated. There are new missions. There are new items. And most importantly, they gave us, let's go ahead and go through the gifts. Let's go through all these great boom, there we go. From the admin team, the Memory Dragon Sons 166, which basically means that I've been spending money on this game because if you played this free to play, you probably get 100. So I'm not a mega whale, but I'm out there. I'm answering the Google ad fucking campaign. I'm answering all the questions and giving them my personal information. I don't know what's going on with the servers, bro. Sometimes you gotta fucking fuck around and, you know, fuck around and find out. Hit them with the HSPA, baby. But, one thing I don't like about this treasure mechanic, I'm not going to lie to you, it would have been cool if they, like, first of all, 150 motherfucking memory crystals, if I'm not mistaken, is equivalent to 7,500 stones. So you're telling me 7,500 stones? Like, I'm going to use that on my boy Goku? Like, I swear to God, I wanted to get this Piccolo. I really did. But I can't justify that much going to Piccolo. And dude, what's so gay about this is that, okay, these characters, they're somewhat new. Okay, all right, 150, 150, TURs 150. Still pretty good TURs 150. And then you go all the way down to these old-ass fucking relics of the past. And they're like, yeah, if you want this is 150 fucking bullshit too. Dude, they should have simply done this as these guys be 50. Because, come on, dude. Come the fuck on. You're telling me 150 for old-ass Ultimate Gohan from 2015, bro? What the fuck? Or 2016, whatever. Before Trump was elected. And then we got these guys who should have been probably 75, let's be honest. And then as you go up these ranks, it should have increased to maybe 100, 125. And then up here, to be honest, bro, I don't know how they said Piccolo worth 150. I want Piccolo, but I don't want him that badly. So I'm going to go ahead. All tickets, bro. All tickets. No way, Jose. Am I playing around? Am I going to let Dokkan scheme me out of this? Because to be honest with you, I could get a Piccolo. Piccolo's in this banner, right? Yeah, Piccolo's in this banner. He's one of the featured characters. Piccolo-san. Yeah, there's like 8 million zillion characters in this bitch. So, I got the tickets. I'm ready. They also have a 50. I don't want to do this, but I kind of want to do this. Let's do a regular multi and see what happens. And if it looks like an L, we can go ahead and do 150 multi. Ooh, Goten, and Trunks. Okay, so that's one thing that I like and don't like about multis. Like, if you get a good animation, then you're chilling. You're like, oh my god, bro, I got the animation. Everything's looking Gucci, Louis, fucking Gavinsky. But then if you get a shitty animation, imagine if you did the 50 pull, and then, like, because you did that 50 pull, you have that shit animation, and then throughout those 50 characters, you're just sitting there waiting for an LSSR to pop up. Hey, Gogeta, there you go. I already have a rainbow, by the way. I already have a rainbow, by the way. I don't know why, bro. This man and Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, bro, they just come through, bro. They won't leave me alone. I'm trying to get a restraining order, but they refuse to leave me alone. Beerus, 18, Yamcha. A bit of a weird combination of people. I would have liked it if it was Beerus, Whis, and then Jesus Christ. That way all the gods would have been there, and it would have been A-okay. Oh, okay, Super Saiyan 3. Not bad, not bad. Hopefully it's not... Dude, if this is another Gogeta, I'm going to be like, I don't agree with that. But this celebration is looking pretty cool. New characters, new events. I have a shit ton of Dragon Stones that I still didn't claim. So, again, I have this guy Rainbow too. I guess that's one of the downfalls of playing this game and being a fucking piece of shit. Although that Phi Cooler is really good, dude. Whenever his Easy 8 comes out, like, he's one of the few characters that's old as shit. but he really don't need an AZA. But he is old, though. He is old. Thus, then, I think he deserves it. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the 50 just because, why not? Might as well do this. This is probably going to be the worst animation with the worst outcome. Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, Jesus, 17. This could be good, possibly, maybe. Okay, release. Oh, shit, hold up. Oh, there we go, Vegito. Okay, I don't know. So it's not SSB Vegito, so it's not like a guaranteed like Omega manga card, but it is Vegito, and it is 50, right? So does that, that's the thing I don't understand, like, is that 50 basically saying like, oh, okay, you get Vegito because one of the cards was like a featured card or whatever. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's applied to like every card, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, now every card is more lucky out of the 50. Probably not. More than likely, there's just one dickhead in here. I really hope it wasn't just that Goten. Out of the 50, it's just like, yeah, here's Goten. Enjoy it. But yeah, I'm relaxing. Nice celebration on this beautiful Friday. Good Friday. Ooh, yo, LR Bardock. Yo, that's nice. That's fire, bro. That man's handsome. Sitting up there, foot on the fucking barrel like Captain Morgan. That's sexy, bro. I appreciate it, though. And he's free SA because we got the new STR Bardock that came out. I really hope that like they let that. I got him Rainbow, I believe. I really hope they get the STR Bardock event back. I really don't want to wait until next Thursday to get that man SA10, bro. And I also don't want to use Kai's, even though I have like 8 trillion sitting in my box. You gotta be conservative, bro. You only become rich by hoarding all the money. I mean, look at the baby boomers. Why do you think they own Wall Street? Because they never give anything to anyone, and they don't give a shit about anything. Alright, my boy Yakon. Looking sexy. But, yeah, enjoying this beautiful Friday. Today is a nice weekend. I actually had a pretty good week. I actually did a bunch of shit yesterday. I didn't get a good night's sleep, but I did so much shit yesterday that I'm, like, happy. Like, I got a bunch of stuff done. Because yesterday, dude, for some reason, whenever I apply to jobs, it'll be a period of, like, complete and utter death and no one caring. Or it's like 5 to 6 people that I apply to all reach out to me at the same time. They're like, hey, you want to do an interview? You want to do an interview? You want to check this out? Oh, okay. All right, the OG steroid Frieza. All right, okay, badass. When I saw it, I was like, who the hell is that? And they all reached out to me, and I ended up doing one interview yesterday at like 4 o'clock in the morning with Bank of America. And I don't know if I'm going to really take this job because I've heard that bank jobs are really bad. Like, you should not work there. I know for a fact I will not work at Wells Fargo because I literally had an interview with some dude at Wells Fargo and he made it sound like he was suicidal. He's like, yeah, I used to work at JP Morgan Chase and, it's weird, like, Chase, we would deploy to production every day and it would feel like, you're kind of in a rush, but at least you're testing and deploying it. But with Wells Fargo, you deploy maybe once a month and it feels like you're deploying every day. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Like, huh? Huh? I'm like, that doesn't sound fun. And he was talking about how, like, you usually have to work late. You usually get bad definitions for requirements. You usually have to, like, cover your own tracks because other people will be like, oh, no, I gave you the info. Everything's great. And then they fuck you in the ass. And I'm like, dude, like, and I even told the recruiter because the recruiter's like, how'd you like that job interview, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, listen, dude, I've heard bad things about banks, but if I were to accept this job, I'd be an idiot. Like, this guy literally, like, spelled it out and said that he's miserable and, like, it doesn't sound like a good position. And plus that position was contract to hire, and what contract to hire is basically they have the legal right to say, okay, work for us for 6 months, but they don't have to hire you. They could, at the 6 months, say, you know what, we don't want to hire you. And right now, with this economy, I would rather not take a chance with contract to hire. I wouldn't want to take a chance with contract to hire, period. What's funny is that in that Wells Fargo interview, there's 2 people. I talked to some dude and some lady, and the lady's like, you already have a full-time job. Why would you want to go from a full-time job to contract to hire? And I'm like, well, it's funny you say that. Now that I think about it, it's something that, I'm hesitant to do. And you saying that the way you're saying that basically is making me say to myself, my reservations are correct because why would I, actually do that? Like, basically take that risk, essentially, when you don't necessarily have to. So I ended up doing an interview yesterday, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Before that, I actually, if I'm not mistaken, I actually ended up buying a house, believe it or not, which is pretty crazy because I have been looking for a house for a little bit now. I've been looking for the past like 3 or 4 months. And where I live, well, across the country in general, the housing market went up like 25% because the inventory is low, interest rates are low, and demand is high. So you basically have to bid. So if I want to go buy a house for say 300,000, it's not uncommon for people to bid 310, 320. Some people bid. There was one house I saw for sale that was like 325 and ended up selling for 375,000, which was ridiculous because I didn't think the house was even worth that. Like there was no equity in it, in my opinion. But I ended up buying a house. It was listed for 320. I think it was listed for 324, 325. I ended up offering 330 because I was like, whatever, let me offer a little bit over because in this fucking market, and plus, when you're buying a house, a 30-year mortgage, every 5,000 is like $20 if I'm not mistaken. So it wasn't like I was breaking the bank. It was pretty much, just offering a little bit more. And I ended up signing on it. And it went to a lawyer. I got a lawyer. They fucking, ended up doing the paperwork. And now I have to do inspections and all that bullshit. And dude, this is what's so funny, dude. It is so expensive to buy a house. Literally half of the total cost has nothing to do with the house. Like in order to buy the house, you need to do, at least for this conventional contract, at least 3% down payment. And 3% of 330 is 9,900, so basically $10,000. And then in order to buy the house, you need to basically pay upfront 3 months worth of taxes. So if the taxes are, say, $800 or $1,000 a month, that's $3,000 right there. I need to pay upfront and basically have it in an escrow account and basically have it sit there. I also then need to pay, I think he said, there was like certain fees. There was a couple of hundred, closing costs and appraisal. It ended up adding up to just about like $18,000, like literally $9,000 plus $9,000. I don't even know, like, I don't know what kind of shit they're doing, and it's probably gonna be 20, honestly, because I have to pay for inspections, I have to pay for the appraisal out of pocket, I have to pay for, probably gonna have to pay for some new furniture possibly. Probably gonna have to pay for some cleanup, which is probably gonna be another 1,000. So all in all, I'm spending 20 grand, which for some people 20 grand is whatever. For me, it's literally like 2/3 of my net worth. So it's fucking. I really almost wish like I just like waited another year because like this is a decent deal. Interest rates are low. But I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't scared because the economy is poised to collapse. It's really, really, really looking bad. I have no idea how the economy is going to fare in the next couple of months because that is when mortgage forbearance goes down. The state I'm in, mortgage delinquency rate is 18%. There's places by New York that are like 20, 25%. California is 6% mortgage delinquencies, which basically means people do not have the money to pay their mortgage. And right now, people are basically being forbeared where they're like, oh, no, don't worry, you don't have to pay your mortgage now. And that's through executive order. And you literally can't do that forever. At some point in time, they're going to, by they, I mean the government, are going to say, okay, this is the economy, this is what we're going to have to do to fix things, blah, blah, blah. And they're basically going to let people, become homeless, essentially. I mean, it's like 2008 all over again. I don't know if it'll be as bad. I hope it's not. But it's literally another economic crisis. This time, it isn't completely greed and economic failure, but it is... the fuck? Why do I keep getting this guy? So now this guy's rainbow, that guy's rainbow. But there was a little bit of greed because as the stock market went down, companies like Boeing, American Airlines, etc., instead of like holding onto their cash assets, like for example Apple, they were sitting on a lot of cash. They decided to do stock buybacks, and they basically fucked up their books even more than they were because as stocks were going down, as stocks were dying, they were just buying more and more and more. By the way, if this is Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, this is a great example of what the game does to fuck your mind. Like, this is just the game saying, fuck you. I'm gonna control your mind right now. But in general, doesn't this guy awaken right now? Pretty sure he awakens. Oh shit, fake out. Who's it gonna be? It is... oh shit, nice, an LR, GT Trio, nice. And I do not have this guy rainbowed. I do not have that guy rainbowed, so it's actually a fucking welcome. Thank you. Thank you, video game. Right? Doesn't this guy awaken? Yes, no? Yes, he does. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Medium chance to evade the enemy's attack. Yes, fierce battle. If I'm not mistaken, he has a badass super attack. Not really super great, but it looks cool. But yeah, so I closed on a house, or I didn't close on it, but they accepted the offer. So basically, at this point, I'm contractually obligated to do this shit. So I'm gonna pay a couple thousand, inspections, appraisal, this fee, that fee. After that, pay the down payment. After that, pay the escrow, and then at that point in time, I'll basically be, less financially stable in terms of having savings. I've been literally saving money for the purpose of buying a house. I keep telling myself that buying a house is a good thing because it's an appreciating asset, and that as time moves on, houses should become more valuable. And at the end of the day, I need a house. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. And even though the housing market is inflated right now, I didn't overpay that much. As a matter of fact, I saw this house, which was listed for $325, and another house that was listed for a similar price, a little bit less or a little bit more, and I offered 10 over because I thought it was a nice house. I thought this house I bought is actually pretty nice too. I got lucky. Nice area, but it's pretty much it's not completely out of the hood, but it's better than my neighborhood, so it's better than what it fucking could be. And for the most part, I mean, it's my first home purchase. And what's hilarious is I told my coworkers, and my coworkers said the same thing. They're like, "Oh man, hopefully," my manager, he's like, "Oh, hopefully, you have a job and the economy's decent. You don't have to worry about losing your job." And I'm like, "All right, yeah, thanks. That's making me feel better about the whole situation." And then one of my coworkers messaged me. He's like, "Hey, dude, what's crazy is like you can do so much with your life if you come from a place of like, I don't want to say privilege because it is privilege, but it's not like, I feel like privilege, like quote unquote white privilege or whatever privilege you want to call it, people look at it as a negative when it's not a negative. Like, dude, I wish I had some privilege in my life. Like, he was like, dude, he's younger than me, and he's like 25, I think, and he's like, yeah, dude, if you want, I bought 2 houses as investment items. If you need any help or any tips, let me know. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, bro, this man is already buying investment properties, bro. Already buying investment properties, which is something that I could have done, but my parents, they didn't really have a lot of money, and they weren't exactly the smartest when it came to financial stability. So it is what it is. It's not a thing to say, oh, jealous or whatever, but I just thought it was funny because, like, I'm literally fighting tooth and nail to, like, buy a house just to have my fucking family live in it. And then this dude's like, yeah, dude, I have a couple of investment properties. Let me know. Let me know if you need any help. I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm taking advantage of the record low interest rates. I'm sure interest rates are not going to become even lower when no one wants to buy a house and inventory becomes higher and I end up overpaying by $40,000, but whatever. I mean, there's more important things in life than money. I mean, honestly, I need to fucking get out of this house. It's like, literally, I mean, it's not really a house. I live in a house, but it's not my house. And it's basically Krillin and Gohan? Hold up. Yo, Krillin and Gohan, man, they on some pimp shit, bro. I respect, my boy Krillin is my best friend, and Gohan, that's my son. So by God's law, I have to love him. So, really, I don't see how this could be anything but a W. Excuse me, Gohan. Come on, Gohan, bro. You really gonna do this to me, bro? You really gonna fucking end it like that, Gohan? Disrespectful. I'll do one more single. It's a bit disappointing. Out of all these characters, the one I wanted the most was Piccolo. Like, he's so fucking cool, dude. I know, like, when his Dokkan Fest came around, not a lot of... Yamcha, Tien, and Chiaotzu? Yo. Come on, bro. Yamcha, Tien, and Chiaotzu? That's gotta be some fucking heavenly fucking trio, bro. Come on. Come on. This nigga really gave me Kami. Oh, wait, hold up. Fake out. Hey, in Ultimate Gohan. Alright, I'll take it. And you know me, man. I like to end on an L, so might as well just do another single and get an aura character. But, yeah, for the most part, bought a house, did an interview. Hopefully I'll get a better job. And it's funny, I was talking to my manager recently, and I told him, like, he's my new manager. I went through 3 managers in the past 3 months, and I went through 4 architects in the past 3 months. Or actually, no, 3 architects in the past 3 months, 3 managers in the past 3 months. So, safe to say it's been pretty hectic. But I was telling my manager how, like, my last manager that I talked to, I was telling him how, like, I wasn't happy with my pay and how, like, I basically bartered to have a little bit more money. And I told him, and I'm like, yeah, I understand that, if you're an external hire, you get a little more, but I was, and he's like, yeah, that's how it is, man. That's how it is. Internal promotions, you're never going to get as much as if you went to a different company. And he's like, you do whatever you want to do. You do whatever you want to do. And I'm like, it's basically at this point, like, I like my company, but I can't really trust them, to be completely honest with you, because literally in March, out of the blue, nowhere, they repeatedly said, oh, we have a good, cash flow, we have good money, we have blah, 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 we have boo, boo, boo. And then they ended up laying off like 10% of the total employees at the company, so like 120 or so odd, which is, basically telling you, like, they don't give a shit. They're just going to lay you off if they have to. And they didn't even have to. At that point in time, it was just a cost-saving metric to hit their goal of making whatever fucking amount of money. And it basically, everyone that works now basically took on more responsibilities and filled in the gaps. And I guess, thank God for me and my team, the product that we work on, it is a, emerging technology. It's something that customers are already interested in. It's something that is important to the business. Therefore, they didn't cut the project. Therefore, they didn't cut our team. Therefore, they didn't cut my job. But what's to say that's not going to happen in the future? Like, that could happen in the future. And not only that, I have a feeling my company right now is being funded very heavily by a private equity firm. And private equity pretty much prefers, like, bottom line is the bottom line. You must hit some amount of money by the end of the year because you are in an investment. If you don't hit it this year, in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of a fucking economic crisis, when will you hit it? Cut the heads, let them roll, let everyone else take on 2 or 3 jobs. Instead of having a BA, a product owner, and a manager, have 3 of those things go to one person, work them harder, make them work a little harder. And by the way, let me just say, I've always worked hard, so really, like, jokes on their ass. Like, they, like, literally, I work, when I say I work 8 hours, I work 8 hours. I mean, definitely I take breaks here and there, especially when you're home, dude. Like, you're telling me I'm not going to fucking get up and take a nice shit in my toilet for a nice 20 minutes? Come on. But in general, I'm a hard worker. I work hard. And if my company doesn't want to give me a mega raise, I'll look for other companies. But at the same time, as much shit as I'm talking, my company is better than other companies because by far my company's like way better than banks. They're better than startups in terms of their agile maturity as well as what they do. So, not to shit all over my company. It is a pretty good company, but there's better ones out there. And, we're just going through this, first time switching jobs, first time buying a house, first time I'm going to have a heart attack before I'm 30. You know how it is, bro. The stress is going to eat me up, but at the end of the day, things could be worse. I didn't lose my job. I don't think I'm going to lose my job, hopefully. And for those of you who are on unemployment, I have friends who are on unemployment, people who are using it for subsidizing. Some people really need it. I don't know what to say, man. The economy is so fucked. There's no way around it. Like, I'm so shook to that I'm even buying a house. I almost wish I didn't get this house so I could have just waited 6 months and see what happens. But I guess I'll take a chance, take a risk, and see what happens. So hopefully everything works out. Everything is great. And hopefully in 6 months I'm not fucking making a video explaining to you how I'm homeless again. So hopefully everything works out.